breast cancer diagnosis is life-changing, and there are many things you can do to help you through a breast cancer diagnosis. They are as individual as each of us. In this video, I posed this question to a group of women. What strategies did you use to cope with your breast cancer diagnosis? Let's listen to their answers.
I think the way that I got through it was I was really positive from the beginning. I knew that it was a good prognosis. I surrounded myself with people that were, sort of positive. If they weren't positive, I encouraged them to be positive. I felt very much that it was something that I needed to get through, but that I would be okay afterwards. And that's how I did it. It was grueling at times, and I think after the operation, that's when it sort of hit me. And I did find the mastectomy part of it, that was quite difficult for me, but it's only been 9 weeks now, and already I've actually gotten used to my new body, and I'm sort of accepting it a lot more.
I kept my head down. I didn't really join any support groups or anything. I watched a lot of Netflix, so I'm the type of person that kind of just gets through it. And I think it was afterwards, again after treatment, that's when I started speaking to people, reaching out to support groups, finding people on the internet, joining Facebook groups, that type of thing, and I found that very helpful.
The strategies that were useful for me was actually reading, if you can, anything scientifically peer-reviewed about the type of breast cancer you've got. For years and years and years, breast cancer has been under one umbrella, but there's so many different types, and it's really helpful if you can know what type you've got and work out how you can talk to your team about it best going forward.
One thing that had been said to me at the very start by somebody who had gone through a mastectomy as well, they said, at the end of the day, your breast tried to kill you, so it has to go. And it's something that I continuously said to myself over and over, and particularly on the morning of my surgery, and just reminding myself that, if it doesn't go, what's going to happen to me? So it had to go. I have 2 small kids and I have to be here for them. So I found that really useful. I also found useful, someone had also said to me, and although I didn't take their advice at the time, now I can see why, was just to take every day as it comes and every appointment as it comes, because there's a plan, there's various different staging, different tests that have to be done, biopsy scans, and as each and one of those are done and the whole diagnosis unravels, the process might change, or the outcome might change, your surgery might change. So just try and take every appointment as it comes, and just not get too fixated on the end goal, just day by day.
The strategies that I used to help me cope with my diagnosis was really not looking too far into the future, dealing with the here and now, the day-to-day, and not the what-ifs of the future.
I found that connecting with other young women with a breast cancer diagnosis who are treated by the same or similar medical team as me to be really helpful. When I was first diagnosed, I had regular contact with my breast care nurse, who was always there to provide reassurance and ask any questions that I had. Over the last 2 years, I've also had regular sessions with my psychologist, and I've found that to be really useful. I've been given some really good apps to use, and I also find that learning as much about my situation as I can helps to alleviate the fears and face the cancer diagnosis head on.
Joining my local Maggie Centre, where I had therapy groups, but that was only really after treatment. I can say I'm cancer free, but it's the mental impacts afterwards and trying to find myself again after a cancer diagnosis.
The strategy I've used really is acceptance of the situation, and just taking each day as it comes, moving one foot in front of the other. If one day's a bad day, I just move on to the next.
I have a very good positive mental attitude, which has seen me through many different problems in my life, and I've pulled on it again to get me through this. And then I think meeting so many people who has got the same diagnosis of myself, breast cancer.
Once I got over the shock of my diagnosis, the strategies that I most used was just telling myself whenever I had a bad day that tomorrow's a new day and it will be better than today. And as I got further on into my treatment and after it actually, I enjoyed writing, I grew flowers, and exercise was one of the really big coping strategies that I discovered.
My team says that because I'm actually really positive, that's really helped my positive outcome.
Things like getting out for a daily walk, yoga and meditation, and CBT.
The best way for me to get through treatment would be to just try and have as much fun as I could. So I decided I was going to get a pink wig because there was no point trying to replicate my brunette hair. Everyone knew that I had cancer and I was going to lose my hair. So why not get a pink wig and do something fun that I would never have done before? So yeah, I just tried to find a little silver lining wherever I was.
I hope some of these answers have helped you, especially if you have been diagnosed with breast cancer. And once again, thank you so much to all the women who shared their strategies that helped them go through their breast cancer treatment and beyond. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, because in the next video, I'll be asking the question, what unexpected positive outcome did these women experience following their breast cancer diagnosis? I'll see you in the next one.